Twomad aka Mudea Siddiq was born into an Ethiopian-Canadian family in Winnipeg, Canada. Noted by J-Reg, he was mute in school and really didn't have anybody to talk to.
He told me during my interview with him that he was mute in high school. He basically didn't know how to talk, didn't talk to anybody.
The loneliness caught up to Twomad. Because of this loneliness, he didn't really know how to navigate through life. Through a stream he did with Slicker, he was asked what was the worst thing he's ever done. Twomad said due to this depression, he would light trash cans on fire and somebody else got accused of doing that. And then hip-hopping inside of people's cars, which is basically like opening up the door, heading in.
What's the worst thing you've done in your childhood or life? Like, have you robbed anything or something?
Oh yeah, of course I done some I car hopped when I was a kid. I done some bullshit. I lit a trash can on fire and somebody else got blamed. What else did I do? I actually was gonna make a video on this shit, like high school shit. Yeah, I do all types of shit, nigga. I'm a good kid, but I did it because I was part of the retard rejects because I had no friends. Just be like that, man. I was a fucking retard kid, like trying to fit in. Hell nah. I was like 14.
Mudea was the firstborn alongside with his younger brother and sister. It's not really known what type of relationship Twomad had with his siblings, though a lot of YouTubers know his younger brother, so I presume this is like a fan interaction or something like that. In one of Twomad's streams, his sister called the police on him because supposedly he was being too loud.
The time when my sister called the cops on me because somebody ate her cheesy bread, but it wasn't me, but I think she just ate it and forgot she ate it. She busted through my door at 3 a.m. while I was watching ASMR.
But I presume that's probably because they may not really have a good relationship. He openly talked about his father beating him when he was young and how he kind of struggled to cope up with it. Twomad struggled with severe obesity growing up. As a result of this, his dad hired a professional trainer. He refers to his professional trainer as his idol and role model, and I probably presume that's because that was probably one of his only friends.
I met this guy. He's my best friend now. He's 37 years old. He came to my house and he was trying to study for pharmacy. Comes in. He starts living in my house.
He's 37.
He's 37 years old.
How old are you?
21.
Now, how old were you at the time?
Stupid. I was like fucking 15.
This sounds like a pedophile.
I was like, no! So he was living with me and he was like, all right, bro, you're fat. Work out. Hey, so I was living with this guy and he was like, all right, bro, I heard you're good at computers. That's what my dad would tell people because it's cringe and normie. And he was like, all right, you're fat. Let's work out. So he's my role model, fucking role model. I was like, bro, I'm making this video about Lucio. It's where I jump around like fucking retard. And I think once I do it, I will blow up like crazy. And he's like, okay, bro. Absolutely.
On the 24th of May 2016, a heavily anticipated game called Overwatch would be released for the first time. It caught the eye over the gaming community, especially Mudea. His first official video would be posted on September the 18th, 2016, a small MLG Taj featuring Torbjorn in Overwatch in its very early stages. The video originally in question, which basically is his first viral moment, was posted on May the 5th, 2016, titled Nerf Lucio. Just a little over a week, the video managed to gain over 500,000 views. And you can see the little subscriber count Twomad had at the time, which is 27k. And to be honest, this was the first video that I saw of Twomad, and this is what kind of made me a fan of him. During 2017 to late 2018, Twomad would be consistent in solely uploading Overwatch videos, which he managed to amass 730,000 subscribers in 2018 to over 1 million subscribers in 2019. Early 2019 was when he started to branch out, making Rainbow Six Siege videos for a brief period of time, and introducing his audience to his face. That surprised many because a lot of people thought he was either Korean or white. Late 2019 was when Twomad uploaded a short where he would look into the camera, and suddenly before falling down he would say "Goodnight girl," uploading the short to Instagram and Twitter. This was his first global viral moment where many streamers would react to it, and this will force Mudea to branch out into IRL content, which is probably where most of you know him for. Late 2019 was when Twomad made his first appearance in the Cold One podcast. Unfortunately, this was something that was very destructive to Twomad's life later on, as Max and his co-host Anything for Views would give the 18-year-old Twomad drugs and alcohol with extreme amounts no 18-year-old should really be using.
Fucking grog and you have drugs.
No, I don't, dude. Come on.
I don't know, man. When we were at the Airbnb in LA giving you underage edibles, can we say that? Bruh. You took those edibles like a champ, and when we go out and drink, you know how to drink.
2020, the coronavirus would be introduced into the world, forcing everybody to attend school inside of their own homes. Twomad saw this as an opportunity to capitalize on. He would ask his viewers to send him Zoom codes via Twitter to let him into the classes. While being granted into the class, he would pretty much troll the teachers and act stupid to grab the attention of the whole class.
Babui? Fafafui. I have the coronavirus. Oh,
This was probably Twomad's biggest moment in his whole career. He even got interviewed by BBC News.
I don't think there is a realistic way where they could do anything about it. It's just, free open season for me.
Later on in 2020, Twomad did a collaboration with the biggest tech channel, Linus Tech Tips, after having an altercation with the computer giants NZXT due to not sending him a wanted promotional PC. During the video, you can tell Linus was visibly uncomfortable, and right after they built the PC, Linus started to get angry due to not knowing that Twomad had a working computer, though the computer was just not working properly, so they could have fixed it.
Got 2080 Ti i9.
What? Shut up. Do you really?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
But it's like beepity boopity. It doesn't work.
You have got to be kidding me.
I have it, but it don't worky.
Why are we building a computer for someone who already has a top-of-the-line computer? You could have just brought it here, I could have fixed it.
A year later in 2021, Twomad would upload another short video, very similar to Goodnight Girl, featuring KSI and his brother Deji having an altercation during Christmas. It got so big to the point where KSI managed to react to it on his Try Not to Laugh challenge on Reddit. Proceeding from 2020, negating the Bella Delphine collab that Twomad did. He would post his regular IRL content with the occasional stream of Overwatch and other random games. The last public appearance of Twomad with other notable influences would be a stream he did with Gideon and Sneeko. You can watch the full VOD on Sneeko's Rumble page. Twomad would be able to articulate himself and doesn't seem to be acting abnormal in any fashion. During the stream, he would go on to state that when he was with Belle Delphine, they would engage in doing ketamine with each other.
Wait, so you just flew there for the photo shoot?
Yeah, I flew there to do ketamine with Belle Delphine.
Jumping into November of 2023, the 23-year-old YouTuber will start a Discord call with a former heroin addict turned streamer called Kankomo. During the stream, Odea would express his depression multiple times and how he wanted somebody to come over to help him out.
And that's what I want, right? Like somebody to just come help me. Like a hot, beautiful woman. There is absolutely nobody who will go out of their way to help. My solutions to all my problems are drugs. Unironically, it's just drugs. I'm just gonna take the rest of the Zans that I have.
Probably don't do that. You'll die.
No, I won't.
Yeah, you will.
If I go into schizo mode for real, what's more likely is I'm gonna do a mixed skillet, or like getting a bunch of crimes before I go and commit murder.
You can tell during the stream, before starting the call, he was heavily dosing. February of 2024, news will break out that Twomad had passed away due to a ketamine overdose, though a couple months later was corrected to a morphine overdose. His funeral will be posted on Facebook, and I can most definitely confirm that that is 100% Twomad's funeral, as the video was posted 1 week after his passing. And with the stream he did with Slicker, he stated that his whole family was Muslim. On the surface, it may seem unclear how somebody who grew up in a place such as Winnipeg, Canada, could get so heavily addicted to narcotics. However, when you account how Mudea grew up with little to no friends, and how people such as Max Mofo and Views, including Bella, would encourage that same person who finally is getting the attention he so everly craved when he was young. Perhaps for Mudea, he may have found it hard to decline the drugs. This video was made because after Twomad's passing, there's literally nothing positive that's said about him. I wanted to spread light on the positives of his life and leave out the negatives.